Shit. Oh my goodness, things are crazy out there. Yes, Commodore, I know. Starship's got to refuel. I've got time. Let me get that stuff off. I'm Colwen. How's it going, guys? Some creepy stuff happened recently. I'm always talking about worrying about crossing between realities and shit, and things happen that make me think that it might have happened. Early February, I go out to my car and I go to bleep it, and it doesn't want to work. Okay, fine. You know, I've had the car 6 years now. It's not a big deal. You know, battery runs out, I'll get it fixed. About a week and a half go by, and I slowly go from clicking it, oh no, it doesn't work, to go ahead and manually unlocking it. And this whole week, a friend of mine is going through severe financial difficulty that he might actually have to move away, which would really freaking suck because I just met this guy and I'm, you know, enjoying his company. But then I go out there one evening and it's somehow working again. I'm surprised. And shortly thereafter, my friend has his shit figured out, which is, wow, you know, that's awesome. And then about 2 weeks ago, very recently, shortly after the whole crap in Ukrainia broke out, and I want to talk about that in a little bit. I have this box of Action Fleet, Star Wars Action Fleet, and Star Trek Inner Space over here, and I was moving things around, and I had this light bulb sitting on top of the box. And at one point, my hand brushes against the top of the box, and it, doop. Damn it. You know, no big deal. Whatever, it happens. I've had this light bulb for 6 years. And as you can very clearly see, you know, I sweep up the mess, and I throw the remains away, and about an hour or so later, I find the light bulb unbroken, tucked away. Which that really scared the shit out of me, because then that means reality changes are happening in my own room. So to prevent that, I broke down and I set up an Anker display. I had this all displayed and set up along with my Eagle Moss stuff at the old place up above the TV button. I'm going to move all this again later, but here's the TARDIS I carry with me in my pocket. Here's its Anker copy. I'd rather be carrying this one around with me, and I'll do a video about this one some other time. But it's got too many small pieces glued onto it. If I carried that in my pocket, I'd break things off, and that wouldn't be good. Yeah, I got all my Romulan micro machines, all my shuttlecraft, random Ferengi shit, Borg in the back, space stations. This is my only silver one. And I only want the silver one because I'm kind of making fun of the Oberth getting blown up all the damn time. If I can get a bronze and a gold one, that'd be funny. I got the Miranda and the Excelsior and the Constellation. Star Trek fans will get that joke. These guys are grouped together, but that's the Dreadnought Enterprise, the Olympia, and Advanced Klingon Starship. I got those guys back in there. I got my Build-A-Figures up there. I got some Action Fleet stuff down here. I'm probably going to move all this someplace else when I get my furniture properly built. But for right now, this is a really good Anker display. Yes, let me take a mad bong rip before I spin some geopolitical ideals on you that I am absolutely unqualified to talk about. But what I am qualified to talk about is bullies. Let me start there. Bullies never stop until you utterly destroy them. You have to find out what makes them tick and take them apart from the inside out. And if anybody sticks up for the bully, it completely destroys any chance of stopping the bully. Okay. Schoolyard bully walks up to the nerdy kid and keeps stealing the nerdy kid's lunch. Keeps harassing the nerdy kid. Nerdy kid finally gets fed up and says, "Hey, F you." Takes a swing at the bully. Bully can't back down because the bully can't. The bully's ego will not allow him to lose face. Oh, the nerd beat me. Well, now the nerd deserves to get his ass kicked because how dare somebody stand up to me? That's the bully mindset. Okay? And if anybody steps in and says, "Hey, you can't get mad at this person because of X reason," it validates the bully's bullshit and, rewards the bully's behavior. Why do I explain that? Explain that because Putin is the schoolyard bully. Okay? Putin has been going around flexing for the last 25 years. We've all seen the joke. We've all seen the pictures. Putin riding the bear. I'm pretty sure this is photoshopped, but that would be kind of cool if he actually ride a bear. Okay. Ooh, he's scary muscle man. He's big, strong Mother Russia. Yes. And then he wants to reunite the USSR. Dude, and he's pissed off and angry that he's lost all his buddies. He's lost Ukraine. He lost Ukraine. He lost Moldova. He lost Poland. He lost a bunch of others that I don't know the names of offhand. And in 2014, he got all pissed off and angry, and he went and stole Crimea. And what else? He stole the peninsula of Crimea, and he's got control of like this little blob over here. Why did he do that? Because there's a lot of shale oil stuff in this end of Ukraine and in this end of Ukraine. And in 2014, ExxonMobil and Shell was going in there, "Hey, Ukraine, let's help you dig this shit out, And Putin couldn't have that because now he's going to have the smaller country rivaling his power. It offends his ego. So he went in there and he took over Crimea so he can get control of that peninsula and be able to launch boats in and out of there because all the other spots of water around Russia, northern Russia, it's all frozen up and polluted. The other side, there's other issues going on over there. China ain't gonna let them launch boats. And people let them do it. Everyone just, okay. Ukraine, they shut off the water to Crimea, and that shut down Crimea real good. So now Crimea is pretty much useless. Check that out. That's cute, right? Get high, you will. So, we have Vladimir Putin against Vladimir Zelensky. They both have the same first name. I think that's hilarious. I don't know, not laugh out or hilarious, but that is kind of funny. Vladimir's probably a really common name. And back to Vladimir Putin real quick. He's ex-KGB. He's a spy. He's always worried that he's gonna lose power. And when you got that much power, it gets to the point that your only fear is the fear of losing the power. And in a lot of ways, he's been losing power for the last 20 some odd years. He's pissed off. He's scared. He's worried. And then recently, Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky's talking about joining in with NATO. And Putin can't have that. It offends his ego. It makes him scared. It makes him worried. And what did they do? They went ahead and they knew Putin was doing stupid stuff in February. And they really should have gotten a hold of Israel and Syria. Where are you? Here we go. I got an ad on here. Look at this bad boy. This is a CRAM anti-mortar, anti-missile, anti-aircraft weapons platform. This is basically a 20-foot tall R2-D2 with a minigun. If they would have kitted out Ukrainia, is it Ukrainia? I don't know. I shouldn't be talking about this shit anyways. It's just in my head and I'm hearing about it and I want to get my opinion out on my videos. If they would have decked out Ukraine with a shitload of those, they would have been shooting down all those missiles. It would have been a damn problem. When Putin went out to invade Ukraine, his intention was that he'd be in there for 3 days. And that he was going to go from invading Ukraine to invading all the other places around there. I don't have a picture of it. I'm not going to look it up. But apparently there's a video clip out there of a Russian guy standing in front of a map that has an arrow going into Ukraine. And then from there, this was a quick plan. He was going to blitzkrieg the shit out of this, dude. He had big plans. 3 days turned into 4 weeks. 4 weeks is going to turn into 3 months. And why? Because the Ukrainian people have been through a shitload of bullshit in the last 20 years or more. And they finally got a really good democratically elected president, Vladimir Zelensky. Who is Vladimir Zelensky? He's a funny man. He's a goddamn comedian. We basically got Jim Carrey picking a fight with Steven Seagal. And what's hilarious about Vladimir Zelensky is that he's only been president about the last, 5 years, 4 years maybe. I haven't looked that up. I don't know exactly. But he's been president long enough that people trust him. And he did a TV show where he was a president of Ukrainia. And he was getting rid of all the corruption and stuff. And he had a lot of good points about corruption being about wanting equality, but getting it at any cost, including just, fuck it, it's mine now. I'm going to be corrupt. And he had to, figure out how to get equality among people without people being corrupt, which is, yeah. That I would like to think that's what democracy is about. What Putin did not understand about comedians is that all comedy comes from some source of pain. And when you piss off a comedian, they can get angry. And when you anger a comedian, they're crazy. Comedians already have nothing to lose to begin with. So this is Vladimir Putin, the bully, going up, picking a fight with the schoolyard nerd, and the schoolyard nerd saying, screw you. Vladimir Putin went so far as to drive a 60-kilometer long convoy into Ukraine. And what happened? He got convoy blocked. He got cock blocked. Why? Because They blew up tanks at the front, blew up tanks at the back, and it hasn't moved. We're going now 4 weeks, and it's running out of supplies and stuff. And yes, this 60-mile-long convoy of tanks and artillery weaponry is Putin's giant big old wiener. Ego will not allow Putin to back down, and the only way he can save face right now is to just unequivocally withdraw. Just send out a message, all Russian troops, stop firing and return to base. And then say, hey, you know what? I misunderstood the situation, and I will send multiple millions and billions of dollars of aid and whatnot and military support. I will give any tanks that were there. They can keep them. They're a gift. They're a gift to reinforce the sovereignty of Ukrainia. But his ego will not allow him to do that right now. Why? Because Putin legitimately, he expected to have his soldiers go into Ukrainia and everybody just welcome him with open arms and throw flowers and, oh, Mother Russia is home. Thank you. Oh, we've missed you. He expected Zelensky to walk out of Kiev, say, hey, here's the key to the city. I'm going to go and take off. Or would you rather I take a cyanide pill? Zelensky ain't going to do that shit. Zelensky believes, and that's the problem with beliefs. Beliefs never die. Okay. And that brings me to my ultimate point on what I think Zelensky should do. He's held Kiev for a month now. He needs to hold it longer. If he needs to abandon it, go ahead, but he needs to keep it. He needs to get all his other troops in the area together, and he needs to push the troops away. He needs to retake Kiev. He needs to retake Kiev. Then he needs to go down and retake Crimea. He needs to retake the other place. But at this point, he needs to teach the bully a lesson. He needs to go to the bully's apartment. He needs to go to the bully's trailer park. He needs to go to wherever the bully's mom is. And he needs to fuck the bully's mom. He needs to assert so much big dick energy, it isn't even funny. And he can do it. They can fucking do it. Why? Because Russia is working with mostly 50-year-old World War II equipment. They've upgraded their sights, they've upgraded their engines and their electronics and whatnot, but the basic weaponry is 40 years old, 50 years old. They can't use air weaponry. Whatever bombing runs and aircraft have been over Ukraine has been very limited because they know if they launch a full-on airstrike out there, it's going to get everyone else in real quick. And that's what Putin has to be really careful about right now. Because it's not Russia, it's Putin. It's Putin. He's got to be careful to not piss everyone off, but he's still pissing everyone off. This has gone on too damn long. Just like this video. What do I mean by Zelensky needs to fuck Putin's mom? He needs to get, okay, every single time a Russian missile hits, see, this is why Putin is allowing, maybe he's not directly ordering it, but he's allowing attacks on civilian targets because the civilians have pissed him off. He's angry. They stood up to him. They told him no. Get the fuck out. Oh, okay. Well, you're all enemy combatants then. You're all against me. You're all fuck you. And he knows that the only way he's going to actually win is to just raise everything to the fucking ground and just... And he's going to gaslight everyone. He's not going to admit that's what he's fucking doing because he knows if he admits what he's doing, he's as bad as those Nazis he's supposedly fucking fighting. The Russian military is running 50-year-old equipment. The Russian soldiers are all conscripts. They're all forced into being in there. Most, if not all of them, have their superiors gunned to the back of their head already. That's what they did during World War II. They don't want to be there. And the Ukrainians, they're proud. They're ready to rock and roll. They're modern day revolutionaries. Zelensky's a modern day George Washington, dude. It's crazy. Every Ukrainian casualty is just going to piss him off. Every time the Ukrainians destroy, or better yet, capture a usable Russian tank, is just going to make them, hell yeah, let's do some more. Putin picked the absolute worst time to start a war with anybody. But I'm pretty sure he's losing his mind in some way, and yeah. Zelensky, after retaking Crimea, after retaking the controlled area, he needs to march into Russia with all the captured military equipment. And he needs to take 20, 30 kilometers and have a buffer zone all the way across. And he needs to get a bunch of those C-Rams I was talking about earlier, the R2-D2 with a chain gun, and load up that entire area and tell Putin, hey, I can stop. Or I can take another 10 kilometers and another 10 kilometers. You wanted to reunite Russia. Well, we're reuniting Russia. Just under Ukrainian democracy. That's really just what I wanted to say. That Putin's a big old bully. Zelensky is absolutely correct. Dude, Zelensky's a badass. What was it he said? When all this shit broke out, all the other leaders were like, hey, let's send you a helicopter. We got a plane on the way. Let's get you out of there. I need ammo. I don't need a ride. Did I show a picture of him? I didn't show a picture of him. No, let's wrap this up and show a picture of Vladimir Zelensky real quick. Look at that man. Does he look like a soldier? No, he doesn't. But he's got the look of the tiger in him, dude. He's angry and he's ready to fuck some shit up. And I hope, I know that he's gonna show the world what for. I mean, everyone's loading him up with weapons, so he's got the equipment to kick some ass. Oh, there it is. Alright.